Hey there, excuse me, hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and today I'm going to show you what I did with my paper pumpkin, and this is May's kit, the Sparkling Celebrations, and then I have a bunch of show and tell for you. I want to show you a bunch of cards, so then that way I can put them away, but I want to show and tell first. So let's go ahead. And so with my paper pumpkin, I have it almost all done here. Well, not almost, but I want some opinions on some stuff, and so I thought maybe you could help me. First, let me put my stamps away real quick. Let me show you how I do that. I thought that might be interesting. So now, Paper Pumpkin comes with the full instructions, right? It also comes with everything you need to make all the projects in the kit. This time it's cards, so it was all of these cards. And in your first Paper Pumpkin, you'll also get a block, and then that way you can use it again and again with your stamps. But they have this printed on the back. This is new to Paper Pumpkin. They didn't used to do that. I used to have to fill out another or print out another sheet to get something like this. And now Paper Pumpkin, hi Glenda, was nice enough to put on here. So what I do is I peel off, there's two plastic pieces. There's like a thin one and a thick one. I peel off the thin one, lay it just like that on my little piece of paper here, and then I lay the stamps face down so they line up with the image that's on the instruction sheet. And then I take, let me put this one on there too. There we go. And then I take this sheet and then just lay it back on top. And then look, you have your stamps all back on the little sheet. I think that's, I tend to like, this kit is so not me, but I did have fun. I'm glad you're here, Glenda, because I have a bunch of, like, you can help me do a bunch of stuff. But then with my Paper Pumpkin, I keep them in a notebook like this. And you can see these are the ones I used to have to print out. But now the instructions just fit right in there. So I can take my sheet and just slip it in my little binder paper thingy here, whatever this is. Well, maybe I can. There we go. And then I just put the stamp in between, and then that way when I go back to look through my stamps, I can see it right here. So that's how I store my Paper Pumpkin, and we're going to use this binder, well, a couple of them, because I want to get, like I said, your opinion. My desk is a mess on some of my cards. So I'm going to take everything out of the box. So first of all, I can show you what's in here, and then you can help me. Oh, look, there's two more little pieces. Help me finish my kit. First of all, the ink spot this month was Misty Moonlight, one of my favorite colors. You've got some tear and tape and dimensionals, and then really pretty bling. And if you ask me, they didn't give you enough bling, because that's the kind of bling you want to use over and over and over again. I'm going to put this in here so I don't lose it, because I only have 6 left and I'm going to use them on my cards. But let's go on. Okay, put this away, put this away. Then you got envelopes, and I love a pretty envelope. I know some demonstrators cut their envelopes and make projects out of them. I don't. I always like to send my cards in pretty envelopes. Plus, I get enough cards out of one kit that I don't, well, I'll show you. Okay, so the first one, let's start, I guess, with this one. This is the one I need help with. So this one, where did I put my instructions away, because I want to show you what the card's supposed to look like, or what they planned it to look like. This is what they had in mind for this card here to look like this. Now, I like to cut my bases down so that I can put a thicker piece of cardstock in the back. So I cut this down to Night of Navy. I layered it with some silver foil, and now, well, and then I took these little things here. Well, and that's not even true. This is the back side. Here, let me show you the front side. I am getting way ahead of myself. Let me find the card that is the front side. This is half of the card base that looks like this. There we go. This is what the card base looks like. And I cut it down, so this is the back and this is the front. And this one is all done. I thought it turned out pretty cute. I used the this embellishment here that's supposed to go on another card, and put it behind my light bulb to kind of make it look like the sparkle behind the light. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for watching. I need your opinion too, so don't go anywhere. Okay, so this one I think is fine. It's a happy birthday. I send out more birthday cards, and then on the inside, I just put a little sentiment in there too, and I'll show you that bundle because, well, I like that bundle. Okay, so back to this card. So now I need a sentiment on here, and I thought I wanted something to say like, you light up my life or something like that, right? So I pulled out my good old trusty paper pumpkin book here, and I found this one here that says, you brighten my day. But I thought, look, it's a nighttime scene. It's got the night light on here, right? Or the street light on. So I can't really put you brighten my day. So then I thought, I kept looking, right? And then I came across a, you are an inspiration. I thought that might be good for this card, right? Or then I went back a step in time to back to 2025. I think I found two in here. There was one, nope, not that one, not that one. Sorry, we're gonna flip through pages here until I find the one. All of these would work, but there was one here, to a wonderful friend. I thought that could fit in there too, but I think after all this time, and you have to tell me which one you would use, thinking of you. Where did the thinking of you go? There was a thinking of you. I don't know. There's a ton in here. But for this kind of card, what kind of sentiment, do you agree that you can't put you brighten my day because it's a nighttime scene? Or would you just put thinking of you and then I could put whatever I want on the inside? Did I say about the wonderful friend? I think I did go over that one. But there's tons of ideas in here. I guess the one I really want to use is the You Brighten My Day, but it's a nighttime card. So that's your input. I would love your input as to what you think would fit down here on this card here, and so you know, when you take the card base, right, this little line here, I just use Stampin' Up's new gel pen. I absolutely love the white gel pens, and I have been testing it to make sure that it's a worthy. Gel pens usually give me a headache. This gel pen has not. So if you invest in Stampin' Up's white gel pen, my opinion is you won't be sorry. I think it's well worth the whatever you have to pay for the gel pen. And you get 2 of them in a pack. Okay, let's go to the next card, because this one, what do you think? This one was supposed to look, and I put the book away again, supposed to look like this. Now I cut it down so that I had a front card base and a back card base. This one I didn't really change, but I paired it up with Coastal Cabana. Oh, Glenda, a sympathy card. All right, I'll have to think about that one. I'm going to find a sympathy. That's a good idea. Okay, thanks for the input. Okay, so you have to let me know what you think about the Coastal Cabana. Does the Coastal Cabana go with this colors? I think it's listed in one on the back. And then I did just use those add-on dies and just put a little bit of sparkle on the inside. And I thought that one turned out cute too, and turned it from a time to celebrate into a birthday card. And I questioned, what do you think about the fireworks with the birthday card? I thought it worked out okay. All right, so then that one, let's see what this one's supposed to, this one looks like this. So then the other side of this one, look what I did with this one. Maybe it was the other one. Maybe it was the back side of this one. It was the back side of this one, I don't know, but I took it and turned it into a happy birthday. I brought in that silver and used those balloon dies. Have you seen those? Those are keepers. Let me tell you, look at these balloon dies. They have all these balloons, and I have fallen in love. And look what a great background they make. And then I just cut a bunch of little letters from the mini alphabet. And then, of course, you got to use these wonderful puff stars. I love these little puffy stars. And they just completed that card. I thought that card turned out really cute. And then on the inside, I just put a simple greeting in there. So there's what I did with that card. Okay, now we're going to come to the question I have for you. Okay, ready? Let's move on. I should be putting this stuff in the box instead of over there, because then I will never, ever find everything again and my desk will be a mess. Okay, so this one might be my favorite. This card base, right? Looks like this. Be careful, I kept turning mine upside down because I guess I don't understand these. I've never experienced this except for on the cartoon. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Except for on the cartoon Tangled. That's the only experience I have with this. So I'm going to ask you two things. First of all, it works as a birthday, right? It's like a birthday celebration. And then on the inside, I just did something like that. And I did that pop-up. So it's leveled. So this is down, up, and then this wishing you happiness that comes in the paper pumpkin stamp set. Pairs really well. I'm going to show you what die I used to cut that out in case you have paper pumpkin and you want to cut it out. It's these Words of Beauty dies, and this one right here fits that wishing you happiness perfect. And then I thought as a birthday card, then I just put a little happy birthday, took the extra strip and put it here. I think this is really cute. But my question for you, because my first card was of course yellow. I don't know if you know this or not, but Daffodil Delight is my favorite all-time Stampin' Up! Color. But then I thought there's orange in there too, and I know there's a lot of orange fans. So which one do you like better? Do you like the yellow or do you like the orange? I was surprised at how much I really did like the orange. At first I thought it might look too, let's use the word Halloweeny. Is that a word? But I don't think it turned out Halloweeny at all. I think they're both beautiful, and I have a few more to make. So maybe I'll make a bunch of yellow ones, make a bunch of orange ones, and just used both of them. But I thought that turned out cute. But in your kit, so you're supposed to pair that with this window sheet here, right? So I took that window and I took my silly old bear, and I apologize to all those out of the United States because the silly old bear suite is pretty stinking amazing. Blackberry Bliss, huh? Thanks, I love, well, Blackberry, I don't think Blackberry Bliss will, but that's a really pretty color too. Hopefully neither one of those ever go away. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you too, out of all these little pieces, that's what I used on that birthday card on my balloons. These little squares, or I guess they're rectangles, are all from these little pieces right here that I punched out from the window. So don't ever throw anything away. Okay, sorry, back to this. So my question on this card, using that Pooh suite, which I'm going to show you, I'll show you the whole suite later when I do my show and tell. But the paper is vanilla, and this is what I call kit white. But what do you think? What do you think of that card? These little dies, the little tree or leaves and acorn, come from the paper pumpkin. No, the silly old bear. Let me show you that. I think this is the prettiest die set ever. Looks like this. And it has these little leaves and these little acorn pieces. And look how cute. I guess the vanilla back here doesn't bother me at all with the white. And I really worried at first that it would. So there you go. That's what I did with my paper pumpkin. And I rambled on. And I had way more that I wanted to tell you about my paper pumpkin. But you know how I am. When I'm on camera, I can't remember anything. And I can't find my other cards. So here they are. I'm going to put them all out here so you can see all my paper pumpkin. And I still have tons of stuff, as you can see, to finish some more cards. This one might turn into a sympathy card. And then we have this one too. So let me know, orange, yellow, what do you think would be good on here? Although Glenda already shared for a sympathy card. And if you think the vanilla behind the white looks okay. That's the 3 questions, maybe there was more, of paper pumpkin that I have for you. Okay, quick paper pumpkin. If you're ever interested in paper pumpkin and you have any questions, like I said, it's a subscription that comes to your door once a month with all the everything you need, except you might need just a pair of paper snips every now and again. And then if you like doing alternatives, there are tons and tons of ideas out there. You could even go visit my good friend Glenda Mullet on her YouTube channel, because she does alternatives once a month too. There you go, Glenda. All right, let's go to show and tell. So first of all, I'm going to show you the product of the month, the cards I whipped up with product of the month. I had a lot of fun. Now, let me tell you this too. A lot of my cards, when I need inspiration, I go out to Pinterest, I go out to YouTube, and I case a lot of cards out there, and I don't have all the names of who to give credit to. So if you see your card, be sure and send a shout out so we can tell you how pretty your card is. The vanilla and the white's okay, great. I thought so too. Thanks, Glenda. But anyway, so like I said, if it's your card that you see here, because I did case, I know I cased this one and I wished I could remember who to give credit. I'm usually pretty good about that, but there's too many cards in my little pile here and I can't remember. But this is what I did. Now, one thing I've learned from other demonstrators using the vellum, if you use Seal Plus behind the vellum, it doesn't show. So let me see if I can find one. See, here we go. You can see here I use Seal. I wasn't worried about it. And I might put, no, I'm not going to just leave it just the way it is. I think it looks okay. But here, Seal Plus, and you can't see the adhesive behind the vellum. So there's just, when you get your product of the month, the vellum this month, be sure you have Seal Plus to glue all your pieces down, because then you can't see through it. And look how pretty my cards turned out. All of this is the vellum. Gina Casey. Okay, maybe that's where it came from, this fold here, right? I like how the vellum shows through and you have these window pieces. Look how pretty that is, even on the inside, but yet you have that window there with the vellum. Okay, there's my product of the month share. Lots of different stamps and bundles I used on those, which we won't get into, but if you ever have any questions, you be sure and let me know. Okay, I took Stampin' Up's paper medley class. So if you want to take that class and you haven't already done it, because it was last Thursday, and you don't want to see the projects, then turn the video off, because I'm going to show you the projects I made. It was a great class and I love everything that we made. 4 projects. We'll start with this one right here. Look how cute this is. Just using a ton of different designer series paper. So they showed us how to make an envelope that fit, I think this is a 5x5. About a 5x5 card. This cute little belly band on here with the little bow, right? I thought that was adorable. And then here's the card using a bunch of different designer series paper. It even has this little hidden pocket in here. Cheers to you. Look how cute that is, right? And then they even got the back of it. So that's one card. Excuse me. Here's another one. We made the envelope too, although their envelope was reversed, but I'm a yellow fan, so I did the yellow on the outside, and then I decorated a little bit with we use these, and Glenda, someone's gonna have to help me. Is Leanne still here? Help me remind me what these pieces are called and what these are called. The labels, oh well, can't remember. And the stamp set, I should have brought all of that. It used those 3 products, and designer series paper was the main focus. But then look how cute this card is. And you flip it this way, and then this way. Like I can't open it. So we did some masking using the butterflies that we actually used on the front. Thank you. And then we did a little bit of journaling on there. Just add some little wing-a-dings down here. If you can see even the little dots with the journal pen, we just had a lot of fun making cards at that class. And totally different kind of fun fold. So that was card number 2, or project I should say number 2. Are you ready for project number 3? They gave you the option. They showed you how to do a scrapbook page, but then they show you how you can turn it into home decor. And look how pretty this piece turned out. They showed you different techniques. Here we wrapped the paper, strips of paper around another piece of paper, which I thought never done that before. That was really fun. We did some rough edges. I'm distressing, is that what it's called? On our little background pieces. Can you see that? Just to give it some texture, and look how fun that is. I love, 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 love this piece. I like the whole class, to be honest with you. And sometimes, you know, when you go to class, sometimes you love all the pieces and sometimes you don't. Okay, and then the final project, which I think is adorable, and they gave us the template so I can make a bunch more, is a little milk carton. And look how cute that is. We made our own little bow up here with, there's a little heart hidden in there. See the little heart? Like this. And then the cool thing about this box is you can even open it carefully, and you don't ruin the box because it's all wrapped in there with designer series paper. And you can see it's a pretty good size. Let me hold it up next to my hand. And I do have pretty big hands, but you can see it's a pretty good Floral Flights accent. That's what these little things are, right, Glenda? Love these. They are really thick, and like I said, since they're black, you can use them as a mask and then stick them on your project. That's what we did in that one card. So what do you think of that? I thought this was really cute, and it's out of thick white and a 12 by 12, so it's really a sturdy box. Love this. This one might have been, well, I liked all the projects in this class. Okay, onward we go. So then I went to a couple more. Well, I went to Mary's class. Mary is my downline. She comes to my class, I go to her class, and I just wanted to share some cards. Now I have, look how many cards I have for Mary's class. So I don't know which month these are, but I'm going to quickly go over and just show you all of Mary's cards. So this is one of those book fold classes, or cards, duh, with that new velvet designer series paper. So you can feel, well, you can't see it, you can't feel it, but I can. The velvet on the paper, look how pretty that card is. Okay, and then we have this card. And like I said, these class might be from a couple months ago because I haven't shared in a long time. Now don't look because I stamped my flower upside down, but it still looks pretty this way too. But I learned, don't stamp your flower upside down. Look how pretty that card is. And this card, this one, I think I have this stamp set here because we used this in my class Saturday, and I'm going to share that too. And I apologize because my class or my video might go a little bit longer, but this is the framed all around stamp set. I love this stamp set. Look how pretty that is. And then I busted out a card, and my card looks like this. After I went to Mary's class, I had that little fluttering something punch bundle. I don't have that one with me. And look how cute. Tons of cards, Glenda, tons of cards. Look how cute that card turns out. Okay, let's keep going. More of Mary's cards. This card is really pretty. Fern and Flora. Look how, whoop, Kathy didn't finish the inside. Don't look at the inside. I need to work on that. Didn't realize that. And look how using that pretty designer series paper and the folder and then a couple die cuts. That's a really, really, really pretty bundle. Sweet. And if you need more videos, I've seen Glenda doing a couple videos again. There you go. Glenda, put your YouTube channel on there so everybody can go and check out your Fern and Flora videos. Okay, next one. And I can't remember the name of this one, but Glenda's here and she'll put all the names for me. But look how pretty this is. And we just colored, we embossed, right, with the new impressions plate. And so it's really popped up, and then we just colored on with the, like we stamped this one on the lemon lime twist, and then colored it, I believe, with Granny Apple Green. And look how pretty that is. And then this is just a stamped image. I think that card is really pretty. Okay, so I had too much fun at Mary's class, and I need to go faster because it's going to take too long. This was a card. Now, she told us that she cased this from Sue Campfield, and look how pretty you open this card like this. And it has that little tuck under here, but look how pretty that is. Beautiful. Thank you, Glenda. Now everybody can come see your beautiful cards too. This was, okay, so now are we done with Mary's class? Hang on just a second. Nope, this is Mary's class. See, this is Mary's class way back in March. I haven't shared in a long time. That cute Easter bunny, that darn it, that one retired and sold out. Here's your little cutest crew card. Everybody loves this stamp set and bundle. Look how cute and simple that one is. And then we have this one. This is a fancy fold too. Hang on, let me fix my bow. That's not a bow. Let me fix my ribbon. So this one, when you pull this, it pops up like that. And then you could put your gift card. If you wanted to get a gift card, you could just attach your gift card right here, and it's a nice gift card holder. Okay. Yes, Mary's classes are really nice. I love going to Mary's classes. Here's one using that pop-up posies. Nope, missed that name again. Just a simple card, but look how cute that is with that pop-up vase on the inside. This is why I like going to Mary's class. Look at all the cool cards I get and cool ideas. This one's Mary's class. using the, I always want to say symphony, oh well, there we go. Look at this one, a nice manly card, okay. And then these are the 3 cards. Oh, and I'm going to open them. Oh, no, there's one more from the last class, and then I'll show you the last 3 that she made me. And then there's this one that unfolds like that, using that really pretty Vase Designer Series paper. Okay, then when she came to my class Saturday, because I wasn't able to attend her last class, she brought me some cards because Mary's a nice lady and she loves to share, so I'm going to show you those. And I'm going to open them because some of them are fancy folds. Look at this one. It's got that window sheet, so when you open it, it has that little window peekaboo. Pop-up petals. Dang, Glenda, thank you for all the information. And Nature Sympathy, you are on it. Thank you, Glenda. Okay, and then there's this one. These are all new bundles available at the beginning of May. Look how cute that card opens up this way and tucks underneath her little sentiment tag here. Isn't that cute? Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. I just coughed. Here's the last one. No, I have one more of Mary's I'll show you, and then I'll be done with Mary's. Not forever, just for her cards right now. I would never be done with Mary. And look at, there's another one of that Fern and Flora that she made. Look how pretty that is. She even put Designer Series paper up there. Very pretty. And yet simple. All she did was cut out some die cuts. She used that Designer Series paper with that beautiful green moth on there. And then just the sentiment out of the stamps and bundle. There you go. Okay, and then the last one, Mary actually sent me a Valentine that I want to share, and look how cute this card is that opens like that. Look, happy Valentine's Day. Is that not adorable? I like the fold on that card. Okay, let's go on to, before I get to my class, I'm going to just show you cards that people have sent me for Easter. I think these were Easter cards. So this one, ready? Check this out. This is from Amy. Amy's another demonstrator that's a very good friend of mine that, well, I can't get off there, but look how cute this is. Now you can visit Amy's YouTube channel, Just a Little Ink, and she even has a video so you can see how to make that. So if you have that Easter bundle still, that's a cute card. Love that one. Thank you, Amy. Amy might watch my video later. And then there's this one. This is from Phoebe. Phoebe's part of my team, and she just sent me a really cute Easter card. Just crisscrossing that Designer Series paper makes a really nice card front on there, or a background, I guess. That's from Phoebe. And then a good friend of mine, and I'm trying to think, moved to Salida. She's Nancy Fitzgerald. Look at this. She sent me this card using that Nature Symphony again. And look how pretty that is. Oh, there's her little message to me. But I thought that was a beautiful card, splattered in a little bit of gold with a pretty balmy blue. Isn't that pretty? Love that card. Thanks, Nancy. And then the last one is Paulette. She's part of my team. Sent me this little card as a little thank you. And look how pretty that is. And I don't know if you can see, but that pear has some glitter on it. Alrighty, so that's my mail. Now I'm going to go on to a swap. So my team and I do a swap every month, and I'm terrible about sharing my swaps. So I'm going to change that, and every month I'm going to show you all the swaps that my team, well, team plus 2 friends. So we won't, they're not necessarily my team. This is one of my friends. Her name is Wanda Williams. Sorry, Wanda. And look how pretty this card is. Very simple, but man, Wanda can put together some Designer Series paper. I like how this sits right there with that thank you. Is that not pretty? Simple but pretty. Then this is from Brenda, also part of my team. She's using that poo. You'll see a lot more poo samples in just a minute with my card from my classes. And looky there. Isn't that cute? Love how she colored. Look how well she colored those figures. All right, so thank you, Brenda. Then we have Mary again. This was Mary's swap. Doing that same card, she used the paper pumpkin pieces to do her swap that month. I think this was this month, May, from April's paper pumpkin. Okay, and then we have, I don't remember who swapped. Oh, this is Phoebe's. Phoebe, part of my team, using the Nature Symphony. And look how cute that is. I think that's a nice card. I like how she stamped the texture down here, and then this is part of the designer series paper. And the colors on there is just great. I think great. Okay, I think we have two more going through. So this is Amy's. I've talked about Amy, just a little ink. And this is her swap. Let's get this out of there. Look how cute that is. And I don't remember the name of this bundle. Maybe Glenda knows the name of this bundle too. Okay, beautiful card, Amy. Beautiful, using the designer series paper, coloring the little bling on the center. Great card. And then this one is, oh, Paulette. Sorry, Paulette. Part of my team too. And look how pretty, look, there's her little tag. Look how pretty, using that really, really pretty designer series paper. And I can't remember the name of that one either. Even stamping here, I mean, it's just got a bunch of little touches. All those little die cuts right there. Really pretty card. Thank you, Paulette. Okay, there's my swaps. We did my, when I went to a class. Now I'm going to show you what we made at my class Saturday. Let me grab those. And now I have a few samples because they're all the same, because I have to have samples for class. So this one, and this one I cased from YouTube. So if it's your card, be sure and give a shout out. My class loved your card. Thank you for sharing. But look how cute that little book card is. Oh, is that retired now? That's a bummer. I guess I'll take it off my wish list, huh? Okay, there's that Pooh card, because it was a Pooh class. I'm going to leave my Pooh card out here. That's what I'm calling it. There's more book cards that I show you later. Then we made this card. Look how cute. And now my whole idea behind class was to show you the different ways that you could use the stamps and dies. So in this one, really, we didn't stamp. It was all designer series paper. So we just die cut Pooh and the honey pot out of the designer series paper, and then use the designer series paper for this one. Now this one, we just took black ink, stamped Pooh right there, didn't have to color him or anything. It's all right there. Look how cute that is, right? And just using those little extra die pieces that are in the bundle. And then this one, we actually colored the Pooh and Eeyore. So that was 3 different ways to use those stamps and dies. And then, oh, look, but I have to tell you, I have a good friend of mine. I hope she considers me a good friend. Is going to have a baby. She's having a little girl. Look how cute that welcome baby from the Silly Safari works with this stamp set too. Okay, so a ton of baby cards would work with the Pooh. Okay, here's another Pooh card. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the 4th one. So we took a fold like this, and we just use pieces and parts of that designer series paper, cut it out, and then on the back is where you'd write your sentiment, and it stands up. Oh, and mine, this one doesn't have, we use the little, the new butterflies, the in-color butterflies, which are now my favorite. Can't get enough of those, and I can't find them to show them. Here, I'll show you on this card. Those cute little butterflies on there. But that was my class there too. So if you don't have enough Pooh from just my class, let me show you, because I had to get inspiration to get ready for my class, and I just went out there and cased everything out there. So there's this card. Thought this one turned out really cute. One of those, I think they're called a stair-step card, and then you just write your sentiment here on the back, although I should cover that up too. We might work on that. But there's that one. I thought that one turned out really cute. I absolutely love the die set, and I'll show it to you in a second. Well, let me show it to you now. Did I already show you the die set? This one here. And these dies are called layering dies, so you can do tons, like I did on here, of layering with those die sets. If you remember back with my product of the month, I used those same dies for that too. And the reason I even started thinking about buying the Pooh was because of those dies. Okay, carry on, Kathy. Look at this one. I can't remember what these are called, but it stands up like that. It has every little critter from the designer series paper. One sheet of that Pooh designer series paper cuts out, well, it's every image on the paper you can cut out with the dies, and it has all these little images on there. I thought this was a cute card. We got the whole gang there. Okay, and then, like I said, you write on the back of it. This one, same thing. Excuse me. Like my product of the month, only this is what inspired it. Is the little Pooh card. Look at all that designer series paper. Love it. And then this one again. No, you write on here. Right here. I was thinking you write on the back, but there's room on the inside to write on that one. And then there's this one, and I turned it into a easel card. The little honey pots, just hold it up there. And my favorite stamp set, or my favorite stamp out of the stamp set is Oh Bother. This is called a bendy card. Okay, I never knew what that was called, but I do like the way it sits flat in an envelope and you can put it on your desk. Would that not look cute sitting on your desk? Bendy card. Okay, easel card. Here's an interesting one. I thought about using the flip flaps at my class, right? Didn't happen, it didn't make the cut, but I think this card turned out really cute. And what's fun about this card is the inside. So then you have your sentiment here. This flips up, and then this flips out. So you can still see all that cute designer series paper. This is where, now this is on the outside, so this is where you would write your message. And then this is all on the inside of the little pocket of the flip flap. I thought this card turned out really cute, and I love these little flip flaps. I need to use them more often. Okay, keep going. Here's just a simple, different way to use all those little die cut pieces. I colored all of them except the pot and the stump come out of the dies. Another baby card. This one is straight cased from the catalog. Look how cute that is. And this was all about coloring and shading. There's a shade around that frame that kind of makes it pop. Well, maybe you can't see it. When I look at it, it looks like it's popping. Okay. And then this one. Do you know what this bundle is called? This is a new bundle too. And I thought that card turned out cute. Popping up, that's Let's Celebrate. We got all of our little friends on there. Even little Piglet, his dandelion is blown away. And then on the inside. Just different ways to use Pooh. Here's another one, kind of like this one. Just showing off that designer series paper, which I don't know about you, but we just love. And isn't Tigger cute? Okay. And then this one, now this one, talking about the dies, here's where I use those leaf dies again and those cute little acorns. Now this is another one I cased from YouTube. So someone out there, this is your card. And I thought it turned out just beautiful. Using that mossy metal, distressing the edges, and shadowing, sponging. There we go. Come on, Cappy. Look how cute that card is. But I absolutely love these leaves here. And then my banner, if you can see, has a little bit of a wave to it. I thought that turned out really cute that way too. Okay, last one. That's sad. I made it though. I made it through all of my show and tell. I didn't think I would. This one might be one of my favorites too. So this one, I just took again that die set, made a mask, and then just sponged some ink on there, and then added the pieces that were die cut back on there. This is another case from YouTube. I wish I knew who to give everybody credit for, because all the cards on YouTube or Facebook or Pinterest are absolutely adorable. So there you go. There's all my show and tell. Did you get your fill of cards? Don't forget to answer my questions at the beginning of the video regarding Paper Pumpkin. Thank you, Glenda. I'm glad you stuck around with me. I'm sorry it took so long. I think that's all I have though. So I'll be back here Monday, and next Monday I will actually make a card instead of just showing you all my show and tell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.